Hello friends. In this video, we are going to cover inventory control using ratio analysis. We are going to have a quick revision of inventory control's meaning. For detailed meaning of inventory control, you can refer to my previous video, the link of which is mentioned below. Then we are going to look at the different ratios and a sample question from the study material of CA Intermediate new syllabus. Just a quick revision of what is inventory control. Inventory control is nothing but a trade-off between the stock out and overstocking situation. A stock out situation is where the business does not have enough raw materials to continue with its production processes, thus leading to loss of revenue for the business. On the other hand, overstocking is the complete opposite of a stock out situation. In overstocking, we have excess of the raw material lying in the warehouse, which results in an additional cost of maintenance of the stock, insurance expenses, blockage of working capital, etc. Thus, a business has to ensure a level of material in its warehouse such that both the situations of stock out and overstocking are avoided. Basis for inventory control. How does the business ensure inventory control? One, by setting quantitative levels. This has been discussed in detail in my previous video. In this video, we are going to look at ratio analysis. We are going to cover two types of ratio, input-output ratio and inventory turnover ratio. So what is input-output ratio? Suppose you have used 200 kgs of component of raw material A and 150 kgs of raw material B in the production of the final product. All these materials are put into a tanker, after which the production process begins. But the entire 200 kg of component A and 150 kg of raw material B are not converted into a final product. During the production process, due to pilferage and many such production activities, there is a loss of raw material such that in the final product, if we measure the actual quantity of raw material A, it will come to say around 180 kg, and for raw material B will come to around say 140 kg. Thus, there is a loss of 20 kgs of component A and a loss of 10 kg of component B if we compare the raw material that has gone into the production process and the raw material in the final product. This wastage of product A 20 kg and product B of 10 kg is normal loss or abnormal loss, as the situation might be. In every production process, there is some sort of wastage that takes place, which is unavoidable. Input-output ratio is nothing but the ratio of the quantity of input of material to the production process to the standard material content of the actual output. Higher the ratio, it would mean that wastage of the raw material is higher. Therefore, effort is made to minimize the ratio such that the entire raw material that is being put in the production process, effort is made to ensure that there is least wastage and most of those raw materials make way to the final output. This ratio helps us to compare the actual consumption and standard consumption indicating whether usage of material is favorable or less. Next, we are going to look at the inventory turnover ratio. What is inventory turnover ratio? It simply means how many times the average stock maintained in a warehouse is rotated during the period. The formula is cost of material consumed during the period by cost of average stock held during the period. We are going to understand this with the help of an example. This question is from the CA Intermediate study material. We have to calculate the inventory turnover ratio for material A and material B. We have been given the opening stock, purchased during the year, and the closing stock for both these materials. First, we are going to calculate the cost of goods sold. The cost of goods sold is calculated by opening stock plus the purchases made during the year minus the closing stock. This will give us the cost of goods sold for product material A as 56,000 rupees and material B 25,000 rupees. Next, we are going to calculate the average stock held of each of these materials, which is calculated by opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2, giving us average inventory as 8,000 for material A and 10,000 for material B. Now, the inventory turnover ratio, as we have seen, is cost of material consumed during the period by the average stock held during the period. So for material A, the inventory turnover ratio is 7 times, whereas for material B, it is 2.5 times. Now, what do we mean by 7 times and 2.5 times? 7 times means that for material A, the inventory that is held in stock has been rotated during the annual year for 7 times. That is, it has generated profit for 7 times. We need to understand that the inventory that is being held in the warehouse is actually a blockage of the working capital. Higher the closing inventory we maintain, more is the working capital blocked. And turnover means rotation. Therefore, the stock of material A has been rotated 7 times. When we sell a product, profit is generated for the business. So, higher the number of times you're selling the product means more are you liquidating your stock and in turn generating a profit for your business. If we look at material A, on an average, we maintain 8,000 worth of units, 8,000 inventory units of material A. And in the year, we have sold material worth rupees 56,000. That is, the inventory has been rotated 7 times. Profits have flown to the company 7 times. And blockage of working capital is comparatively less. Whereas, if we look at material B, the inventory has been rotated for only 2.5 times. That is, for only 2.5 times in a year has profit flown to the company and working capital has been blocked in the inventory. With the inventory turnover ratio, we can also find the average number of days of inventory holding. If we divide 365 by 7 for material A, we get 52 days, which means that on an average, we hold the inventory for 52 days only. Whereas for material B, we hold the inventory for 146 days. That is, profit is coming to the company at a less regular interval in case of material B, and working capital is being blocked for a larger duration. So we understand that higher the inventory turnover ratio, higher is the stock being rotated during the year, means more profit flowing to the company and less blockage of working capital in the average inventory. So higher the inventory turnover ratio, more the fast moving the inventory is and better it is for the company. So with this, friends, we have completed the concept of inventory turnover ratio. If you have any doubt, please feel free to post them in the comment section below. Thank you.